So I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit biased towards this movie because I've been listening to the soundtrack for about 2 years now, so just know that going into this. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now today I'm going to be talking about the film The Last 5 Years. This is a movie adaptation of a musical which I've never seen live on stage, so this was a very interesting experience for me as someone who really enjoys the soundtrack to this show but has never actually seen an actual production. So this was kind of a neat insight for me. The film is very interesting in that it shows us what is happening between these two individuals from the beginning of their relationship to the end of their relationship. Anna Kendrick's character, Kathy, she shows us from the end to the beginning, and Jeremy Jordan's character shows us from the beginning to the end. And so it's kind of neat to see those intersect and see the different perspectives and how they reflect the various situations that these two people go through. Anna Kendrick plays Kathy. She is someone who is an aspiring actress, and she does a very, very nice job in this role. Throughout the course of the movie, you see Kathy trying to get all these acting gigs and do all these things, and she becomes very sad when it does not go her way, as it does for a lot of typical wannabe actresses. It's just life. And so you get to see her emotional struggles throughout the course of this film, and I thought she did a really, really nice job portraying that. She also does a very nice job singing. The only real issue that I had was that there was a few songs here, they're not very many, but within those songs, some of the notes kind of just fell flat for me. They seemed out of tune. I don't know. Maybe it was just how it was supposed to be, but it just sounded really strange to my ears. So that was one little gripe that I had with that. Jeremy Jordan plays Jamie. He does a very nice job. I know this guy from Smash and Bonnie and Clyde and other things. And Jamie is a writer, and he is a very good one. And we meet Jamie when his career is just about to take off, and so it's really interesting to see him change, and you get to see kind of right before he's about to become a successful writer, and then like during the middle of his success. And you get to see kind of how that changes him. But yeah, for the most part, these two actors do a phenomenal job in their roles. I thought that they portrayed their characters very, very well and accurately. They had humor, and they added their own spin on a lot of the songs, which is something that I admire. They didn't just go with the Broadway recording that everyone knows. They did their own things with them, and I really, really liked that. And the singing, for the most part, does really, really work well. I enjoyed listening to a lot of songs. Like I said, I have listened to the Broadway recording of this show a lot, and so I had these songs in my head. When I listened to the movie version of it, I was a little bit worried because I didn't know how I was going to compare it, but I actually did enjoy this version of the songs just as much as the Broadway one, so they did a really nice job. There's also a lot of character development throughout this movie because you get to see these two characters over the course of a 5-year relationship, and you get to see how they change respectively throughout the course of that relationship in terms of what each one wants and what they each ultimately want out of each other in this relationship. And it's really kind of interesting to see how that changes over the course of time. That said, there is one small gripe in regards to that, I suppose, that I kind of was a little bit annoyed by. When certain scenes start, because you basically go back and forth between past and present throughout this whole film until they meet in the center, and that's reversed. I would have liked them to put maybe just a text block at the beginning of each scene saying where in this relationship they are. Are they in the first year, fourth year, third year? That would have been a little bit helpful. I watched this film with some friends, and one of them did say that she was confused as to when certain things were happening, and I was as well, having already known these songs and more or less the story in regards to what Wikipedia has told me. That would have been just something a little nice to have extra for the film, personally. One thing which was really impressive to me was the fact that a lot of these songs, as far as I could tell, some of them were just one-take songs, a la Birdman, and it just looked really, really neat. And a lot of these songs are ones that Jeremy Jordan is singing in, and it makes sense because he is a Broadway actor and is probably used to doing a lot of these things one take because actor on stage. Kind of have to. So I did think that that was really, really cool that they were able to film a whole song scene in literally just one shot, and it was just kind of a cool. It was cool. It was a cool thing to see. One thing that I was not expecting, which I really did enjoy, was the fact that there is dialogue in this film. Every like YouTube-y thing that I've looked up for this show has always made it seem like it's just song after song after song after song after song. But no, there is dialogue in between the songs. Air softening kind of helps to transition from song to song in terms of developing the story and kind of just more or less setting up the scene. And I was really happy that we got to see that because it just helps to make the movie a little bit more accessible, I think, for the general audience instead of just being song. The movie's also not too long. I think if they had added a lot of more dialogue, then it would have been too long. If they had stretched it out to like 2 hours, put songs just where they fit, it would have been too much. And so its hour-and-a-half time run it works really, really well because it's very short, it's consistent, it has everything in it that you would need, and it tells the story in that amount of time. And it is a slightly depressing story, just saying that out loud. So know that going into it. If it's not really your thing, probably not for you, but it is a good movie. Regardless, I personally did enjoy it a lot. Just as a fan of the show, I really like to see it played out in real life. So, those are my thoughts on the last 5 years. I watched this via Amazon Prime instant video type of thing. So, that's an option for you. If you're interested, you can either rent it or buy it. I rented it, and I might buy it on Blu-ray at some point. So definitely check this out if you are a fan of musicals or a fan of Kendrick or Jordan. They are both really, really good in this movie, and it is a fun time. So those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comments down below. Did you like the last 5 years as much as I did? Did you not like it as much as I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.